I just feel like at the father-daughter dance, all these other dads was dancing with their daughter, and you weren't there. You could have been there for me.
I'm so sorry for that.
Just take a breath.
Sorry for that. I understand. I understand. I came a long way. Trying to be a man. Trying to be a man. You know? Trying to grow up. I didn't need that. Oh, it's so hard. Just like, be somebody. So for me, to man up and try to be a responsible parent, and my kids don't have to worry about knowing if they're there with this, you're gonna be there. I know I put myself first. I really did, being selfish, because I've been the kid myself, but I'm growing up, and I want to be a better dad. And if you allow me, there'll be no more broken promises. There'll be no more broken promises. I don't like to make promises that I can't keep. That hurts me even more not to be able to come through when I say that. You know, that takes a lot. You know, I let my own down. And I let myself down even more because where I'm at today is for me. It's for me. And I just hope we have another chance to make things right. Because I love you.
With all of that so beautifully said, let's get the results. Jerome? Thank you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of McGreer versus Wade, when it comes to 20-year-old Amia Wade, it has been determined by this court. Mr. McGreer, you are not the father. I'm so sorry.
Like I said, the broken promises will be broken. And this doesn't change what I feel.
Even though you're not my father, I will allow you.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
You okay?
Sculpt your own path. David Gertling's Sculpted Cable Collection.
Lysol knows little hands deserve big protection. That's why we're continuing to donate science kits to schools in need and helping protect classrooms by killing 99.9% of germs, keeping kids hands-on and here.
Mr. McCrory, after you and your wife received shocking results in this courtroom surrounding your daughter's paternity, you returned home and realized you have good reason to doubt your son, Keith's paternity. And now your marriage is on the rise.
That's right.
Ms. McCrory, you claimed your daughter's results surprised you, but you're confident your husband fathered your 3-year-old son, and you hope to prove it today. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
In your court papers, it says you all broke up for a few days around Keith's conception. Is that true?
Yes.
right.
You did?
Yeah.
And so during that breakup, Ms. McCrory, did you sleep with anyone else? Were you intimate with anyone else?
Yes, I was.
Did you use protection?
No.
Had you ever told Mr. McCrory about this?
No, I didn't. Because I see it as that, why would I have to tell him if we're not together?
So you felt like we're broken
It's my
up,
business.
but when you get pregnant,
The bet wasn't even like cold, like it was, we just broke up. Like, I mean, if me and her, you know, if something happened to her and she dies today, I'm not gonna have a new woman in the bed 3 days later because, you know, the death was hard. You know? The thing was, I couldn't get a hold of her, I called her, and for 2 days she ignored me. Finally, I get a hold of her, and there's a guy in the background, and she's claiming it's her brother, but the whole time we're together, he never comes over, he lives 2 blocks away. And then when I say that to her, she's like, oh, my friends are here, I gotta go, you know, and she's chilling, blah, blah, blah.
interesting. So while you're taking that break or you're broken up, you admittedly slept with someone else
Yes, I did.
without protection.
Yes.
But during the pregnancy with Keith Jr., you never told him, even after the birth.
No, because I just 1,000% know that's his child right there. That's his kid, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back, it's his child. You can tell, look at.
And so you just felt like you didn't have to tell the whole truth because you were so certain Keith Jr.
Yes.
was.
And it's just, I feel that it's just not, everyone's making it seem like he's cheating. I wasn't with him, it's not cheating.
No, we're past the cheating part. We're on the paternity part.
And Your Honor,
We're on the part where you find out you're
Okay,
pregnant and you
that's
slept with two. No, we're not on the marital part.
Well, the fact is, it's his kid, 1,000% sure.
You're that certain.
Yes,
But you were also very certain when it came to debate. I remember this attitude. I don't forget. You acted just like this the last time you were in court about debate.
yeah, but it
And
wasn't it.
it was not.
No, it wasn't. People make mistakes. It's like,
They absolutely
They
do.
do.
And that's why we're asking you, in this instance, did you make any other mistakes? Were you in a position where you may not know who Keith's biological father is? I mean, Mr. McCrory is truly doubting you.
he didn't doubt it the whole time we're together. The whole time that kid's been born, he hasn't doubted that kid at all until this last case with the bear. And then you're gonna bring it up? Why didn't you bring it up a long time ago?
see, I,
Because he didn't know you cheated, right?
right,
He didn't know you, let me rephrase. He didn't know you slept with someone else when you were broken up. Am I correct?
yes, Your Honor.
Because you said the bed wasn't even cold yet.
Yes, Your Honor. And see, the thing is she, the potential father, she would promise him, say she'd send him pictures and stuff like that, but she said she promised me she wasn't sending him pictures.
What kind of pictures are these?
Your Honor, I have pictures that she puts on Facebook all the time, that, you know, some of them were old, but some of them were recent. I mean,
Let me see those, Ron, even though I'm not sure I want to.
I mean, Your Honor, these are not
Thank
pictures
you.
that a husband would want on her Facebook. I mean,
So these are photos that you're afraid she's also sending to men.
There's nothing wrong with that picture.
yes, Your Honor, I
No,
understand.
no.
I mean, the first one was just like not too long ago.
And those pictures, I mean, I wasn't even with him.
The first
And that's
one
just
was
pictures.
like
Those pictures have been on
less than
Facebook
6 months
for
ago.
years, and I don't do that stuff no more.
The first one was like probably like less than 6 or 7 months ago.
No, those pictures are not 6, 7 months ago. Those are,
The one with the top that you just
there's nothing wrong with that
bought
picture.
that too. Not
It's
one.
no different if a girl puts a bikini on and takes a picture on Facebook. What's a split from?
So, listen, Mr. McCrory, even though as a husband you may not want your wife posting these kind of photos, I don't think the photos alone are evidence that Keith Jr. may not be your biological child, but I do believe the fact that she admittedly slept with someone without protection, this guy, during the time you all were on this break, is reason to doubt.
Yes, Your Honor. This was supposed to be my friend and her friend. He comes over our house, he chills out, he would come to the house and drink with us and just crash on the couch for the night.
And this is the person she slept with?
Yes, Your Honor. If she's lying to me and it's not my son, I'm not gonna stay with her. I'm gonna leave her. I mean, I'm not gonna be with somebody who lied to me about my son.
So the stakes are that high.
Yes, Your Honor.
How long have you guys been married?
Yeah,
We've been married for 3 years.
Tell
We've
my
been together
house.
before.
10. Yes, ma'am.
And so you all are raising these two children together.
You did not
You
go out today.
have this beautiful son, love him dearly. But now you have questions regarding his paternity.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so now the marriage is on the rocks. You have absolutely no trust now.
Yes.
He's not really on the top. Well, it's like, how would I know he was going through 4 days? He could have been doing something.
I never.
He was chatting with girls.
Well, you know what, Mr. Corey, you're right. But if you haven't heard about any babies being born as a come back, but in this instance, we're talking about Keith Jr. I mean, that's why we're here. Because
But shouldn't even be here right now.
if you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
My name's on the birth certificate. I have that with me here today.
You brought the birth certificate?
I got a copy of
Let
that.
me see that, Brian, can you hand it to me?
I mean, I was excited when Keith was born. I've always wanted a son that I can give my last name to, that can share that bond with a junior, and that can pass that on to his son.
The truth is, because she did have unprotected sex with somebody else, it's possible that this little boy is not yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's been eating away at you.
Yes, Your Honor. And going through all this, Your Honor, it made me kind of think about things like, I mean, there was a time and period.
Miss McCrory, give yourself a minute and then come back in. Let's finish this case. Mr. McCrory, this is the reason why you asked the court for a lie detector test. Because you don't have any trust.
I don't have any trust.
Come on back in. What's making you so emotional? And what, you just feel like you're getting, you're beat down by the accusations, or what, you have so much on you because everything didn't turn out the way you thought was there, then you come back home.
Because I feel bad that I don't know where that is.
And that case, you feel like affected the way your husband
Okay.
feels about your son.
Yes.
And that's upsetting you.
Yes, it does.
You know, I would think that way. I mean, like I said, like in the beginning it was positive, this one, but there's other options. And then towards the, like, at time of court and after court, it was bouncing back and forth. You know, let's write this person, let's write that person. And then talking to, you know, the possible, the possible father, writing back and forth about your kid looks like my kid.
Of course I'm gonna do that when I'm trying to find out who her dad is. She has the right to know, just like he has the right to know, but she's a little stupid because it's his kid.
But we're in court today talking about Keith Jr. And the truth is that there is at least one other possible father for Keith Jr.
Not to me, no. He is the father.
Well, we've heard this before, Mr. McCrory, and it didn't turn out the way you said, and that's what is making him so nervous.
The other thing that makes me nervous is that the other possibility is still on her Facebook today.
So it concerns you that she's still in contact
Yes.
with this
Well, I'm
person.
gonna obviously be in contact with the person. I tried to tell him about it just in case it wasn't, but I know 1,000% sure he's the father. He's a little stupid.
So, Mr. McCrory, you asked Ms. McCrory to submit to a lie detector test. We have administered that lie detector test, and I have the results for you. Would you like to hear them?
Yes, Your Honor.
Round me a little, please. These results were prepared by a licensed polygraph examiner. Before I read these results, Ms. McCrory, what do you expect that we will find out?
The truth. On it all. Not lying about anything.
Okay. Ms. McCrory, you were asked from 2013 until the present, have you slept with anyone other than one man you admitted to your husband? You admitted that you did.
Yeah, I did.
Who is that person?
There's someone else. It was mistakes when I got together. So he shouldn't be able to shake his head because he's no better.
Oh, Ms. McCrory, you were then asked if you sent racy pictures to anyone other than your husband in the last 4 years. You admitted that you did. Ms. McCrory, you were asked if you had sexual intercourse with the other possible father of Keith Jr. other than the 2 times you previously admitted. You said no. The lie detector determined you were being deceptive.
What? What the heck is that?
Lie.
No, it's not. That don't make no sense.
So is there anything you'd like to add? Do you have anything you want to share? Do you want to share with your husband? Maybe something you haven't told him to let him Know that you're trying to be truthful.
I am truthful, I've been truthful, well, I mean, other than that lie, I'm not gonna, I mean, it's not really a lie. Because it's like, we went together, we got back together, why should I have to tell him?
Maybe because the child he thinks it's his child may not be.
No, I'm 1,000% sure it's his child. I'm not worried about it.
He literally has tears in his eyes in this moment, and he's worried. You act like you don't care.
I do
But he's
care,
worried.
I do care,
You have an interesting way of showing it.
I do care.
What are you feeling in this moment, Mr. McCoy?
Like, hurt, I mean, just confused. I don't know, like, where the trust is here. You know, I've even had somebody come up to me in a grocery store and, you know, just laugh and say, oh, you're with Rose, and I say, yeah, and he's like, I slept with her, you know, a few months
No,
back.
that's not true.
And, you know,
I never slept with him.
she says that he's just saying that he wants to sleep with her, that she never touched him, and he hung out before I was in the picture.
So after you hear these results, do they further compound the doubt you were feeling when you walked into this courtroom today?
Yes, Sharon, they do.
Do you understand how this led you to this point in your marriage, Mr. Corey? Do you get it?
I get it, it's just, I don't understand, like, why are we even here?
Wow.
Because.
I want to start that I can actually see that I can play baseball. I mean, I still love my son, and I'm still there for him. But I want to raise my son Keith. I want to give him my last name and have him give the junior on to his son to play ball with him, you know, toss the baseball, you know, play sports with.
And I can see from the tears in your eyes that the fear that that may not ever happen.
Yes, Sharon.
It's bothering you. I can tell. I understand. Ms. McCrory, do you understand his fear at all?
Well, yeah, I can understand spirit a little bit, I mean, because if I slept with somebody, possibly, okay, maybe it is, but it's just, I believe 1,000% it's his child. He looks just like him.
The thing that she doesn't get is I should have been able to make that decision. I don't think it's, you don't think it's his, it's possibly yours. I should have been able to hear that. We should have been able to hear that. It should have been, you know, hey, 2 weeks ago, there is a possibility. I did do this, you know.
I understand. Well, you know what? That's why I'm here, to bring clarity to a quality situation. Ron, I'm ready for the envelope. These results are prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of McCrory versus McCrory, when it comes to 3-year-old Keith McCrory Jr., it has been determined by this court, Mr. McCrory, you are the father.
I told you so.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm happy for you. You have a beautiful little boy. You have Nevaeh. And you're married. For better or for worse, this may be your worst. I want to talk to you all in my chambers. I do. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Yes, Sharon.
Meet me there. Court is adjourned.
Ms. Chapman, you and the defendant have an older child together, but you brought him to court to prove your 2-year-old son, Maurice Hayes Jr., is his.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim he was excited during your pregnancy, named your baby, but now denies him because he has a new girlfriend.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Hayes, you say you've always doubted the paternity of Maurice Jr.
Yes.
And you're just trying to do the right thing by signing the birth certificate, but you now say he's not yours and you want the plaintiff to change his name when the paternity test proves he's not your junior.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Chapman, tell us, why do you feel Mr. Hayes needs to just step up and be a father?
Because if he can take care of somebody else's child, why can't he take care of his own child?
And so you submit today that he's taking care of someone else's child,
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
but not doing anything for the child he fathered with you.
Not Maurice Jr.
Explain.
He's not doing nothing for Maurice Jr. He barely does for Mariah. Like for instance, on Christmas, he brought Mariah 5 presents. This brings Maurice Jr. nothing.
For Christmas,
Yes,
nothing.
nothing.
Is that true, Ms. Hayes?
Oh, ma'am, she's telling a lie, Your Honor. I bought actually 6 gifts. I gave him 1, gave her 5, and I gave both of them. I held both of them and gave both of them hugs.
But you clearly have doubt around Maurice Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about that doubt.
The only reason why I have that because when I was asking her was she pregnant, she was like, no, and I got a piece of letter in the mail saying that she was pregnant, but she also still was in denial. So when I say she was like 4 months and my mother asked her was she pregnant, she says no, she's not. So I still was like, okay, how are you not pregnant? And I got a letter in the mail.
So why all this confusion?
I don't know, because she was talking to another guy, and I guess she was scared to tell me about it.
Ms. Chapman, why all this back and forth? I'm pregnant, I'm not pregnant?
Yeah, true enough, I told him I wasn't pregnant because I just had Mariah 4 months. She was only 4 months, and I was pregnant again, so I didn't know if I wanted to keep him, to be honest, or what. So we talked about it, and we got back together.
So he came back
Yes,
after he found out you were pregnant.
yes.
Did it seem as if he'd accepted the pregnancy?
He went to every doctor appointment that I done had since we got back together.
I had no symptoms, I had none of it.
In your mind, your baby's on the way.
Yes, ma'am.
You at the hospital, the baby's born.
Yes, ma'am.
You decide, I'm signing the birth certificate.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't think at that moment you needed a DNA test, you didn't have a doubt?
She told me that was my baby, and I took responsibility and moved back in. That's when I started having doubts when he came home, but when I was telling him, I was telling her that I'm not the father, I never had symptoms, you know, I never felt any type of way.
What symptoms were you supposed to have?
Like, you know, cravings,
You
I can't wait.
when your
When she was
girlfriend was pregnant the first time, when she was pregnant the first time, you gained weight, but this time, you didn't have the same symptoms. You didn't eat, you didn't have any cravings. And you believe it was because it wasn't your child.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a first, Jerome.
Okay, I have something.
Definitely the first time I've ever heard that.
I have something for you.
Yes, I'd like to see that evidence. Jerome, will you hand it to me, please? What is this, ma'am?
In the state of Tennessee, once you sign the birth certificate, they tell you that once you sign the birth certificate, it voids out DNA paternity testing.
So this is a pamphlet.
Yes, ma'am.
It says, for your child's sake, establish paternity.
Yes.
And it's basically an entire pamphlet with passages highlighted that talk about the issues you need to consider as it relates to paternity, signing a birth certificate, and if you have doubt, how you should not sign the birth certificate. It says parents should think carefully before acknowledging paternity. If either of you do change your mind, you have 60 days to rescind the acknowledgement in writing. If either parent has any doubts about who the father is, no forms should be signed.
I was trying to be a good guy.
You're right.
You're acknowledging you saw this pamphlet.
She explained all that to me. I was just trying to be a good guy
2
to her.
weeks. He said he waited till the baby was 2 weeks, said the baby not here. That paper say 60 days. Why did he not write them?
Very good question, Ms. Chapman. Mr. Hayes, why didn't you rescind your acknowledgement? If you felt in 2 weeks the baby really didn't look like you and you don't remember having the symptoms.
Because when I went to court, when I went to juvenile court, they said that I had to get a DNA, I had to pay for a DNA, and I didn't have no job at the time.
What is this about? I'm just trying to be a nice guy.
Yes. When he
Because it doesn't matter if you're a nice guy in the hospital, but then you a no-show guy after you leave. What's the point?
You don't let me
I
at
have
all,
something for
period.
you.
What else do you have, Miss Chapman?
He say this not his son.
What is this, ma'am?
It's a Facebook post that he posted off his page about his son.
That was my first little boy I had. That's the one that
That's
died.
December the 11th,
That's the
2012.
baby that died.
That's 2012. God bless me, my son yesterday. If he died that day, why he said God bless me, my son yesterday?
This post says, God bless me with my son yesterday. Did you write this?
I don't remember running like that.
I have something else for you, ma'am.
Yes.
There you go.
What else do you have, Miss Chapman?
It's a picture of Maurice Jr. He claimed that he didn't have that Facebook. Oh, yes, he did, because there's his name tag in it right there.
He's here.
Yes, Maurice.
And you tagged
Maurice.
Maurice Hayes here. used on the previous text. Maurice, player Reese Hayes.
Yes.
Your Honor, the only reason why I just really had doubt was because when she asked me over to her dad's house, after she left, I seen another guy coming out the house. So when I walked into the door, I explained to her, I asked her, I said, who is that guy? She said, that's my dad's friend. I said, your dad don't hang around young dudes. So she said, oh, he just working, they just work together, it ain't nothing. But the whole time, it was the same guy that's constantly calling my phone and telling me, hey, your baby mama this and that, your baby mama this and that. And I said, hey, how you get my number?
What's this and that?
He was saying that he the daddy and I'm trying to go see my son and she won't let me. And you know, I had met him one time at the barber shop. And then when we started talking, then he was showing me Facebook messages where Keisha had inboxed him saying, come get your child.
Why you didn't bring it?
I ain't gotta bring nothing. You already know what's going on.
But Miss Chapman, did you tell another man through Facebook to come and get his child?
I never told another man to come get his shot. And the day that he's talking about, he came over there and saw that guy in my house. He brought her with him over there.
So Miss Chapman, whether or not he was your boyfriend at that point, was there any other possible father? Is what I'm trying to understand.
I was talking to the guy who he was talking about, but he could not run the time that the doctor said I could see no.
So you were intimate with someone else,
Yes.
but you're saying that wasn't during the window of conception.
No, ma'am.
So you do understand why he could have a doubt when you're
Yeah, I
saying his
understand.
dates are off.
I understand.
She used my mom phone to talk to other guys.
I sure did. Why?
I never
did.
said nothing about that. I ain't know what's going on with it. I just left it alone. And you know, now that the baby's here, now she's trying to wonder why, you know, I'm not stepping to the plate because, you know, you don't have so many guys in the
Okay.
picture. I don't know what to do.
What about Mariah? You better come do something for her.
I can't go get, if I can't go get one, don't do for the other. So I left them both alone.
On your own time.
New Airborne. 7 immune supporting nutrients. Our most complete supporting yet.
I bring shoes and clothes over there every time I get paid. It's the witness right here. Every time I get paid, I bring shoes and clothes. You see,
That's how she got all the shoes.
What's
She
your?
stopped me.
Let's get this clear. Let's get this clear. What's your?
Shoes, you remember all her Joy?
And Jordan.
Air Force
White Air
One.
Force One,
White
black
Air Force One that I never saw. No white Air Force One. Black Air Force One. The one that I did.
So when
I bought it by my eye.
all right is nothing that gets on my last nerve more than people talking about what designer shoe a baby has and they don't even have a baby. I don't care about the shoe. It's about finding out
Exactly.
whether or not
I know what
you
you
are Maurice Jr.'s
Right.
father. Now, you've heard, I want to hear from her. I want to hear from her. Ma'am, please stand up to the podium. Your name, ma'am?
Jennifer.
Jennifer Webb, Ms. Webb, and you are now Mr. Hayes's baby mother. You're his child's mother. And you all are in a relationship now. What do you know about the paternity of Maurice Jr.?
One day when I had my response, I guess the guy she was messing with supposed to be the baby dad and whoever, he texted the phone and said,
He was talking about Maurice Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
This is our first time hearing about this.
And so, when you saw this text, did you confront Ms. Chapman?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What
And
did you say?
I called her. I said, why? I said, how did the guy get my number? She said, I don't know. So I don't know what him and Keisha had going, but you know, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it.
So when's the last time you seen your children?
She won't let me
Thank
go
you.
to the bank.
Thank you. And she
Well,
can't get one. Can't get that one up.
So, Ms. Chapman, you created a condition that he cannot see Mariah, the older child, unless he also takes Maurice Jr.
Yes, because he will come and give Mariah things, take her, but leave him with
He
broken
don't
promises.
Keisha.
It don't matter. Why he been on the I'm gonna come back and get you. I'm gonna come back and get you, daddy. Daddy,
You wanted Rod, and he did.
Well, why he lying for though?
Mr. Hayes, you admit that you've made the effort to see your daughter because you are sure she's your biological child. But you leave Maurice Jr. behind
Yes, sir.
because you are doubtful about his paternity.
Yes, sir.
And you also have made the mistake of telling Maurice Jr. you were going to come back for him and never show up.
Yes, sir.
Because that's how you get Mariah.
Yes, sir.
What evidence do you have there that you'd like to show
Saying
the
that
court?
I can't get.
Jerome, may I see that, please?
Saying if I can't get one.
This is a copy of a text log that says, not her today. I'm coming to get her tomorrow. I got something to do today. You write back, Ms. Chapman, her or them.
Yes.
And then you write back, no, you write back her.
Yes.
Yes,
And
sir.
then you write back, you might as well forget it about it, bye.
Yes.
Because you serious.
Yes.
If he's not coming to get both children, then he can't see either one.
Yes.
Is it fair though? I mean, think about it. You signed the birth certificate. The child has your name.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the harm in just picking him up?
He forced it on
It's what we're doing in the picture. I'm not just taking no child that ain't mine, Your Honor. I'm just being real. I work too hard for my little money.
Listen, all this about, I just wanted to be a good guy. What happened to that person that just wanted to be a good guy?
I stepped out of her life, Your Honor, for a simple fact, because she left one night and said, Maurice, can I go to the club? I said, yeah, you can go. Let me there with Junior and Roy. Woke up this morning, she went there. Hopped in the car, go look for her. She over another guy's house.
You didn't watch
When they came to the door, knocked on the door, Keith's in there, some dude
No, the first one, the right one.
hey, you don't need to be here, man. This ain't this. You know, so I said, man, I don't want no fruit. She don't count.
Listen, we can tell that the relationship didn't have an ounce of commitment in it. I'm just trying to understand his doubt. What other information and evidence do we have that relates to the paternity issue? Do you have something, ma'am?
Yes,
What is it? Jerome, will you pass this to me?
it's a Facebook post he made, in his name right there, Maurice Hayes. The time y'all was broke up, when you put that picture.
So this one says, daddy time with the kids. God love them.
That was in my house, that's what I'm saying.
You wasn't there.
This was up, that's good, damn right.
All right, ladies, watch your language in the courtroom. I've heard enough. I'm ready for the results. Jerome, please hand me the envelope. And please stand between our plaintiff and defendant for these results. I don't want anybody getting out of hand. Let's stay composed. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Chapman versus Hayes, as it pertains to 2-year-old Maurice Hayes Jr., it has been determined by this court, Mr. Hayes, you are not the father.
That's fine, he can't deny that. That's fine.
Wow.
Yes, I can do that, but did I not say I was with somebody else though? Did I not say that? Not with nobody else, but at the time.
Before we start getting silly to save face, the point is, it's not his child.
Okay.
He's been through all this, man got tears in his eyes. Mr. Hayes, you're very emotional. What are you feeling?
She kept listening to so long.
You're right.
And just put me through so much. I ain't seen my daughter in 2 or 3 months. And it's like, it's real. it really gets to me because that's my baby, man. I do anything for her, but she said if I can't get one, I can get the other one, but here it is today, I'm not the boss, man. I just get them on.
You all have to figure out how to work through this now. You have a child together, Mariah. Is this other gentleman the only other possible father? So he is Maurice Jr.'s biological father. What I'm trying to get to is that this is madness. And let me be clear, now that we've determined in this court that you are not in fact Maurice Jr.'s biological father, that's not gonna automatically cut you off from responsibility for that child support because you signed the birth certificate. So what I'm saying is, this doesn't end today. The truth has come out today. But this isn't the end, this is the beginning. Ms. Smith, you say you've been waiting your entire life for the truth and to open your case to prove that Mr. Lewis is your biological father. You claim you are tired of his back and forth as it pertains to paternity and hope today's results will prove what you already know. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewis, you claim that years of doubt have caused you to question paternity, and unfortunately, you don't believe that Brittany is your daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Smith, why is today so important?
Today is important to me so I can get closure because it's always going back and forth with like he's not my father, he didn't sign my birth certificate. When he wants something, I'm his daughter. When he don't get what he wants, I'm not his daughter. He just been a big absence in my life.
And I read in the court papers that it hurts if no one's on your birth certificate. That really bothers you. Tell the court.
It hurts me so bad because I don't want to have a family of my own because he been denying me my whole life.
Mr. Lewis, when you hear Ms. Smith speak like this, what's your response?
Your Honor, first of all, her mom, me and her, we got to date. Wasn't no relationship going on. It was just a hit and quit thing. It was just a hit and quit thing, that's all it
But
was.
there's a whole bunch of people here in this world gonna hit it and quit, because you can make a baby right quick.
Right quick, that's true.
So, what does that explain?
I agree with you 100%. She's not my daughter. She's not mine. Nothing like me, nothing like me. She's not my daughter, period. She's not mine.
And so, I want to understand this. You had a relationship with her mother, and you admit that. At what point did you find out she was pregnant?
Well, I had moved out of town. Friend of mine I had ran into told me that Liz was pregnant. Okay, when I came back to Cleveland, Ohio, moved back to Cleveland, Ohio, I ran to another friend of mine. He said that Liz had a daughter, baby girl, and it's supposed to be your daughter. So,
What happened?
so I got a baby. I'm a real man. I go and see
Sorry.
my ex-wife right there, me and her was together. We went up there to see what was going on. When we went up there, I remember good as day. When we went up there, there was a conflict going on between Liz and her mother. Okay? So, at that time, Brittany wasn't she's about 3 days old, 3 or 4 days old.
Okay.
So, I asked Liz, let's talk, you know what I'm saying, what's going on? They ain't had nowhere to go. I took Brittany to my home.
Did you think at that time, this is my daughter, so I'm taking her?
No, I did not want Brittany to be in the system because her mother deals with the system.
That's commendable. It really is. So, Brittany, I want to understand from you, growing up, were you told your whole life that Mr. Lewis was your biological father?
Yes.
Tell me, what were you told?
My mother always told me that he was my father. She had no denial of him not being a father. She hasn't messed with nobody else. And I just feel like
She was the neighborhood bro.
Hold on,
Excuse me.
let's be respectful.
Excuse me.
and I just don't understand for him to sit here today or stand here today and take a child that you don't keep that short. Why would you even do that?
So how long was this? How long did you have Brittany, Mr. Lewis? How long was she in your custody?
I had Brittany, I
Your fake father. It's like, I see the tape.
What? There, and the next minute he wasn't, like he was a
You
ghost.
got to get my hair braided. What do you want?
Understand how you can take somebody and treat them like they're your daughter's son.
I already know, Mama told me.
The rest of the time they're not.
Because your mother should have
And he
came forward
always
and said
stood,
something,
he always
that's why.
stood.
Yes,
He
EJ.
never, he waited.
Yes.
He waited 25 years to get a test.
Hey. Okay, bye.
He wouldn't do it.
Wow.
So, Mr. Lewis, this is interesting to me because if in fact you truly believe you are not Miss Smith's biological father, and she's asking you over and over again to get a test, if you're that sure, why not take the test so you can get the clarity? You said you were avoiding the test.
Your Honor, I never avoided no test. I never avoided no test. If that was the case, I would have took the test. You know who her father is? Could you get it to her, please?
Bro, let me see Mr. Lewis's evidence, please.
And Your Honor, you tell me.
This,
You look at her and you
this
tell
is a
me.
photo of a man.
Yes. That's the man that's the man. Yeah, tell me about it, Your Honor. Yeah, that's it.
You believe this is her biological father?
That is her father. You know why I say that? Because that's for the simple fact that I caught him and her mom having sex.
First of all, how do you know this man?
That is my great-great-uncle. I pulled up in the yard, family house. The door was cracked, it was open. I walk in. The bed is sitting right there, right in front of the door. Small apartment. Smack it. They getting it. Next thing I know, he hear the door open. He turn around and look to see me. She raised her head up. All I did was look and shook my head and walked out.
Wait, so Mr. Lewis, you're saying you walked in and she was in bed with your uncle,
Yes, ma'am.
and you believe Miss Smith's father is your uncle?
Tell me what they look like. That's
Miss Smith, have you ever heard this before?
No.
she should know. She should know.
I just feel like he should just man up and really just take full responsibility of his actions, because I didn't ask to be here.
And you know what, Your Honor? If that's the case, if she's my daughter, yes, I will stand up. I want her in my life. If she's
You're not
my,
nobody if you don't have facts first.
but that's her dad right there. That's her dad right there.
So, Mr. Lewis, do you agree with Miss Smith's testimony that you were inconsistent raising her? She said sometimes you were there, sometimes you ghost.
Yeah, it's true.
Why is that? Was it because of the doubt?
It was because of the doubt, and plus I was in and out of town. I stayed in Cleveland. I got family in Georgia. Moved down here to Georgia. You know, so yes, I was gone. Yes, I was. I was gone. But she was getting things from her mother. Her mother was pumping her head up with things, you know, pumping her head up with things instead of turning the real deal. That she wasn't nothing but a street hood. You know, I mean, that was it. That's her father right there, though.
Well, I mean, I need you to stop putting her mother down because you slept with her.
Well, yeah,
And
yes, I did. Yes, I did.
so therefore,
Yes, I did.
okay, so let's get that straight.
Okay,
And so let's not downgrade a woman, in the courtroom unnecessarily, because at the end of the day, Miss Smith, your mother maintained without a doubt that Mr. Lewis was your biological father.
Yes, sir.
She never told you any different.
No.
You were consistently over at his home with his ex-wife. You were there.
Yes.
So tell Mr. Lewis, what do you want today? Tell him.
If he is my
Turn to
father,
him and tell him.
if you are my father, I want you to sign my birth certificate. And I want nothing else to sign that.
We'll soon find out.
So, Ms. Smith, you brought two witnesses. I'd like to hear from them. Ms. Moore, will you please stand and step over to the podium? And Ms. Lewis, please step up to the podium. Ms. Moore, I'd like to ask you you, what do you know about this case?
He had brought me his daughter. He told me he had a daughter. And I seen Brittany for the first time, and I said, wow, she looks just like you.
And just to be clear, you are Mr. Lewis's ex-wife.
Yes, I am. And I started, assuming that when he said this was his daughter, so I took care of her for a long time.
Did he tell you when he brought you the baby, this is my daughter, or this might be my daughter?
He said it was his daughter.
All right.
Ooh.
You never looked at her and said, well, no, she doesn't look like you to me, she's not yours. You didn't doubt it?
Sir.
No, I did not. I doubted several times, but I didn't really doubt it because she looked like him.
Ms. Lewis, thank you for joining us. What's your relationship to Ms. Smith?
She is my sister. And the reason why I say that is because, my dad, he's good at that. Like, he had a paternity test.
For the record, I just want to be clear, you are Mr. Lewis's daughter.
Yes.
And Ms. Moore is your mother.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And so you say Brittany, Ms. Smith, is your sister.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you said that clearly.
Yes.
Please explain to the court.
Because, first of all, Your Honor, he is good at doing that, as in, like, he got a paternity test with me, and it's so hard to explain because I don't know. Because it's just so sad because she like I said, because I really grew up with Brittany, and it's sad because
I can hear the pain in your voice.
Yes, because
Why are you so hurt? Tell the court. Because I can see it.
because I love Brittany to death, and like I just want her to stop feeling like she alone. She's not alone. Like he put us through the same thing you're going through. He put us through the same thing, and it's sad because he's saying he's so much a real man, but how are you such a real man? But you should be doing it to your own kids. It hurts. So it hurts a lot. It really do. Like, and I hope Brittany understands that no matter what, she's gonna always be my sister. No matter what, Brittany, I promise you. No matter what, you'll always be my daughter. I like you. And I accept it.
Yeah, she's been around since she was 2-3 years. 2-3 days. I'm pretty sure.
Brittany, how does it feel in this moment to stand between two beautiful women, say, regardless, you're still going to be their family, and yet I can see from your reaction that you feel isolated and alone.
I just feel so numb. Instead of with my whole body, just feel like it's flat.
You've been waiting for 25 years.
Yes.
You've had this doubt. You can't remember a time when you didn't have this doubt. And you had to live with it.
Yes.
No child and no adult should have to live with the pain of this kind of doubt. That's what paternity secrets and paternity issues do. And that's why we're here to get down to the bottom of it. I have the results for you. Jerome, may I give it to you? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Smith versus Lewis, when it comes to 25-year-old Brittany Smith, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Lewis, you are not the father.
Oh, God.
That's her father right there. That's him right there. Thank you.
Are you all right? You truly thought this was your biological father.
And you know what, Your Honor, and it's so bad because Brittany, she used to call and disrespect me, and now she can't get mad at me no more. Who can she get mad at now?
Listen, Mr. Lewis, Mr. Lewis,
Yes,
And now that has played out in the way that you testify. The truth is what you said has been proven in this court. You are not her biological father, but this is not the time.
I understand.
This is not the time.
I understand.
All right?
I understand.
For you to bring up the past, because we want to support and empower Brittany in this present.
I understand.
Wake up fully charged. And power up with 760 horsepower. And step up with value that goes the distance. And Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hey! Come on! Airheads have more fun.
Ms. Holsinger, you petitioned the court for a DNA test to prove that the defendant is the father of your 2-year-old son, Gabriel. You say Mr. May has abandoned his responsibilities and he will get the truth today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. May, you claim you were pressured into signing the birth certificate and now you are stuck with a woman who foolishly believes you are her child's father. Is that correct? So you're not doing anything for this child
No,
right
no.
now.
I'm out of the child's life right now.
The child's 2 years old.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you agree? Nothing, Ms. Holsinger?
He hasn't done anything for my son at all. He missed his first steps, him calling his first words, which was dad. He's just not there, you know, and it's hurting me because it's hurting my son. And it's sad.
My doubts, though, Your Honor.
How did you meet?
I met him off the chat line. I was lonely, so I decided to call and try to basically find something to do.
Yeah, she found something to do, and we ended up messing around too fast. You know what I mean? Too fast. And
Right, that's what I understand about these chat lines, Ron. It's supposed to be chatting.
Yeah.
How did it get?
we did the chatting, and things started happening.
So then you met her? Obviously.
Yes,
Take me to the night in question where all the chatting turned into paternity court material.
Your Honor, it was a late night. She was one of the young ladies who was on the other end of the line and left me a message. I left her a message, and we ended up hooking up.
Do you remember that first night, Ms. Holsinger?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you use protection?
No, Your Honor.
So what
Sounds like
happened
this
when
spike
you
disease have been
got to the point
right.
when you realized you were pregnant?
I called him and told him that there was a possibility of me having his child.
That wasn't how.
Yes, it is.
No. Months and months passed by, and then she just told me that she was pregnant.
Were you all still in a sexual relationship all
Yes,
the time?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many months is that?
I think about 4 months.
I need details.
Yes, ma'am. She called me one day, told me she was pregnant.
And what did you say?
For the most part, I was cool with it. You know, I'm a man of my word. I take care of all my kids, you know what I'm saying? So when she told me she was pregnant, I was gonna be there for her.
And were you happy? Were you saying, oh, I'm gonna have another child?
I was excited.
You're lying.
Why is he lying, Miss Holsinger? What's his response? Is he lying about that too?
He was like, are you serious? Are you sure it's mine?
Did you have doubts in the beginning, Mr. May?
No, not in the beginning.
Yes, you did.
Not in the beginning. She told me her word, I took her word for what it was. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't.
That's not true.
That's not true.
At what point did you say to yourself, I may not be the only possible father here?
that came at a time when I was over her house. One time we was upstairs in her room and hearing beep, 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 beep outside, you know, it didn't leave. So she was asking me, was I ready to leave? So got to go downstairs and I'm about to go out the back door, stumbling out the front door. So I say, no, I'm going out the back door. Open up the back door, there's a gentleman right there.
Really?
And he asked me, was I there for Mrs. Holsinger? I told him I wasn't there for Mrs. Holsinger. I was there for one of her family members. And I proceeded to walk on out the door while she was in behind the refrigerator.
Oh, you saw her hiding? Were you hiding behind the refrigerator, Miss Holsinger?
Yes, ma'am, I was, because
In your own house?
yes, ma'am, because this man would not leave me alone, and I did not want to deal with him. And he would just pop up all the time, and I just didn't want to deal with that.
Who is this guy?
And at the time, she was
It's a guy that I used to mess with, and I had cut it off with him totally, so that basically what put a wedge between me and him.
That wasn't the only thing though, Your Honor.
Oh, what else?
I mean, I'm not too heavy of a sleeper, so at the time, I'm spending the night, I'm seeing messages pop up on the phone. That led me to doubt too. Not only the backdoor situation, but just text messages. You know what I mean? Things I would hear on the streets and things of that nature.
So you were also hearing rumors. I need you to be specific.
A mutual friend had told me that he had been involved with Miss Holsinger. You know what I mean?
And who was that? I wasn't even in a relationship, so why would I have to hide somebody's
Why was she hiding
name and
herself,
number?
Your Honor? Why was she hiding herself from when the dude knocked on the back door? She wasn't.
Because he was my stalker.
Okay, so bottom line is you were hearing rumors, you saw messages on her phone.
Guys knocking at the back door, Your Honor.
Guys knocking at the back door. This is all while she's pregnant and you all are still seeing each other.
Yes.
And so you thinking to yourself, self, you might not be the only father here.
I kind of scratched my head and thought that.
So when you actually went into labor,
Yes, ma'am, he wasn't there for me. My family member actually had to go and get him so he could come up there and see my son.
oh, so they went to go get him.
And I had my doubts. That's why I wasn't willing to just go catch the bus or get a ride or anything.
But
So
what I don't understand, Mr. May, is if you are sleeping with her the entire pregnancy, and you know that there is a potential that the child could be yours, if your spidey sense has been activated and you've seen other, why wouldn't you show up for the birth?
I had my doubts, Your Honor. I really had my doubts.
But the doubts don't prevent you from making it to the bed, but they prevent you from making it to the birth. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. In your court papers, I see here, it says you signed the birth certificate too. How did that happen?
Pressure.
So
I'm getting, he has your nose, he has your head. What you gonna do now? This, that. And I'm just like, let me just be the man. We sign the birth certificate. If it's mine, I'm gonna deal with it.
because at that point, her family has come and picked you up.
Yes.
And you didn't call for this ride.
Call for nothing.
Did you know when you signed that birth certificate? Did you understand
Yes, Your Honor.
that you would be now
Yes, Your
the
Honor.
legal father of this child?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you did it anyway.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Holsinger, this photo was submitted to the court. It is Mr. May with little beautiful baby, Gabriel. I don't see a lot of doubt in this photo.
Cause it ain't. Cause he know that baby is his, Your Honor. And it's really hurting me that he's not stepping up to be a man. My son needs his father. And it hurts me. And you know, and I know I'm part of the blame because I know I wasn't in a relationship with him and that, you know, I was doing my own thing too. As well as him. You know, because he was out there doing what he wanted to do too.
When me doing what I'm doing has nothing to do with her affecting her having.
Well, that part I'll give you. You really can't go tit for tat with me
In
in that way because, let me talk. I'm saying something that benefits you.
Yes, ma'am.
Ultimately, they can make this claim, and it is true, that they can sleep around all over town, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
But when you do, and you get pregnant, you don't know who your child's father is. There's a difference. There's a different burden women carry. That's just ours. You know what I mean?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, you said you were out there doing you, and you admitted it, so why are you so sure he is the biological father?
He signed the birth certificate.
Well, that doesn't
And I know I
biological
did my
father.
whole pregnancy, and I know I didn't sleep with nobody else.
Your Honor.
Right after, basically, even when I first began to sleep with him, I never slept with anybody else.
I need some proof. I need to understand how you came to this
Your Honor.
conclusion.
Because I have,
You do.
Ron, can you hand me that, please? Her evidence?
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Metz.
I received a phone call. I don't remember the guy's name. He said he was the father.
Oh,
And
you
this
got a phone call from another guy that he was
another man that she told him that they were gonna have a happy family together and move
That's
away
fine.
and
That's
Really?
right.
Who is this person?
I told you he was a stalker, and he just pops up anytime I was moving.
Your Honor.
Oh, that's the same guy from the
Yes,
refrigerator
yes,
thing?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
No.
And he stole my phone.
Hold on, so you're saying it's a different guy
Different
from the
guy, Your Honor.
refrigerator incident?
Total
No.
different guy.
No,
Total
it's the
different
same guy. It's the same guy.
If he stole your phone, how did he know to call Mr. May?
Cause I told him that, you know what I'm saying, look, I'm pregnant, I don't need this in my life. And I guess he stole the phone and called him and made up a whole bunch of lies because he knew that I was not trying to mess with him.
But he knew he could possibly be the father too. He knew that.
Because he told you that. Did you tell someone else they could possibly be the father in this whole sector?
No, I didn't, but I also told him, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't sure.
You're wavering. No, that's not what you just said. That's not what you testified to earlier. The truth is that there was an issue with regard to who the biological father was of this child.
Yes, Your Honor. And I
Okay,
told
let me look at this evidence. You presented me with a calendar, and it gives me the day you were intimate with Mr. May.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that would be January 26th.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you believe you conceived on January 28th.
I believe I conceived on the 28th.
Okay, so that's Mr. May. Were you intimate with anyone else around these days?
Maybe a week between.
Oh, which week?
I would say, the week of the 13th.
So the week of the 13th, you were intimate with refrigerator guy?
Yes, Your Honor.
So this calendar was missing some significant information because if you were intimate with the refrigerator guy the whole week of the 13th, that is very close to the window of conception that you lined up for Mr. May. So how do we know this other guy isn't the child's biological father?
Your Honor, I don't think she really knows, because there was a time where she had gave me some money to keep Gabriel, and then
Gave you money to keep him.
hold on, let me, I'm gonna break it.
Only to help.
Hold on, I'm gonna break it down. At the end of the week, I finally get a hold of Miss Holsinger, and she tells me, I always had my doubts about him being a father. That's why I gave you $100 so you could just be the babysitter. I'm on my way to pick him up
I never
right
even
now.
told you
So
that.
I'll tell her, no, you're
I
not
never
picking him
even
up. I'm
told
gonna go
you
ahead
that.
and drop him off. So lo and behold,
All your own time. Get the same trusted Lysol disinfection that has a scent that'll make you move. Effortlessly kill 99.9% of germs. With Lysol's brand new day lavender, it'll leave a scent you'll love.
I'll never find a therapist who understands me.
So nice to meet you. I'm Susan. This is Bone Crusher. It's cute.
Therapy that rocks unexpectedly gets you from the get-go mental health care. Rula.
Seems like no matter where you go, you gotta watch out for bogus fees and hidden charges. Not with your natural gas bill. Gas Up offers simple plans, no deposits and no hidden fees. Gas Up, the difference is good.
At Domino's, you can feed the whole crew with 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. Or you could attempt to share burgers around $6.99 instead. No matter how you slice it, you get more with Domino's $6.99 pizzas.
I just want to be sure, so I called her a few times after, I dropped him off. Family member of hers, why do you keep calling her? Do we have to call the police on you for stalking her? He ain't your son. We told you he wasn't your son. So at that point, I left it alone. It was over with.
So your family member did tell him that he was not the child's father?
No, they did not say that.
They
But
told me that
they said for him to just leave me alone. Because he's very religious.
But you had dropped the baby off over there. How
saw Gabriel?
Since I actually, held him and
Yes.
it's been a long time. Then Ms.
Hulsinger, has this other guy seen Gabriel?
Yeah, because he barged in one day and,
Why does he?
because he's a
Don't you
stalker.
lock your door? Why would you always have your door locked?
Okay, I have two other small children, they let him in. And I tried to stay away from him, but he would not leave me alone.
When he thinks about my dad, he thinks about Mr. May.
Yes, Your Honor.
You know he calls you dad?
A few times she didn't call me, told me that. But here's one thing. Did he call the other guy dad?
No, not at all.
Because see, it was a test before it was mine. She had another guy tested.
You had another man tested?
Yes, Your Honor.
So wait a minute now. You just said to me earlier, Ms. Hulsinger, now you need to just tell the truth. From the beginning, you knew there was more than one possible father.
Yes,
You
Your Honor.
had this gentleman tested.
Yes, Your Honor.
What type of test? A home test?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so, do you have the results here with you?
No, I don't.
Did you ever see these results, Mr. May?
Mom said she's seen it, but I didn't get a chance. And she said it kind of looked kind of shaky a little bit. So she didn't really believe Miss Holsting, and she told me that I should, get a DNA test for the little boy because he doesn't deserve to not know who his father is. It's not his fault.
All right. Well, one thing's for sure, this court has ordered and you have submitted to a legitimate test, and I have the results for you. Ron, I'm ready.
Here you go, Your Honor.
Thank you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Hulsinger versus May, when it comes to 2-year-old Gabriel May, it has been determined by this court, Mr. May, you are the father. Good news.
Yes, ma'am.
Great.
He has a great father.
Listen,
I can't tell.
listen, it's amazing when I think about you all saying you just were feeling lonely, didn't know what to do with yourself, so you just called a chat line. And to go from a chat line, literally, to standing before me in this courtroom, it says a lot. Lack of responsibility, no safe sex, lack of accountability, because you signed that birth certificate. If you're man enough to do that, be man enough to be there till you get the test. Because now Gabriel's 2.
I have my doubts, Your Honor.
I get that. The problem is you stepped up, then stepped back. And that is difficult for a child. And Ms. Hulsinger, I'm telling you, you weaved a wicked web. I mean, parts of your story were going left, the other parts were going right. You were not telling the truth the whole time. And that's why he had doubt. You've got to honor the part you had to play as well. Ms. Brugger, you are here to prove to the defendant that your son, Parrish Brooks Jr., was fathered by the defendant's grandson, who was tragically killed 2 months ago in an auto accident. Now, Ms. Warner, you are here with your granddaughter, and you don't believe Parrish Jr. is your great-grandson.
No, Your Honor.
You say the plaintiff has dragged you to court today because she wants in on your family's land and oil trust.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you claim your granddaughter knows for a fact your grandson was sterile.
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you believe Ms. Brugger's motives actually are?
Money, gold digger. Right after Parrish got killed, she went for Social Security. And Parrish, I know Parrish had told her about the land we had in Texas. You know, she was just trying to cash in on it. And she wanted a father for her girls.
Ms. Brugger, you say he is in fact your child's father.
Yes, he's my son's father. We've lived together, everything, we're in a relationship. He asked me to marry him. That is my son's father. He never denied my son. So I don't see why they are. And the fact that they're saying he was sterile, he was never told by a doctor. That was just him because he never had a child.
Me and Parrish clearly had a conversation before he passed that he wasn't sure
And so when you say he wasn't sure, what did he
Because
say?
he was just like, Chaz, I don't even think I can have kids. All he wanted his whole life was a baby. And then he gets with Rochelle, and then she comes pregnant like a month or two later. He didn't even think that he could have kids.
Excuse me, I have to say something. They wasn't together when Parrish was deceased. He had another girlfriend. They was not together.
We weren't together when
I had to tell you.
died, no.
No, you guys
Wait.
wasn't together.
That's what she said, ma'am.
Okay.
We lived together, we were a family. He told everyone, my girls were his stepdaughters. He called them his stepdaughters, everything. He was there through my whole pregnancy, all the doctor's appointments, everything.
And when you had the baby, was he at the hospital?
No, he couldn't be there, but as soon as he got out, he was adamant about having the hospital hold on to the birth certificate before they turned it in so that he could sign it.
So do you have proof of that?
Yes.
Ms. Brewer, explain to me, this is actually a voluntary acknowledgement of paternity that Parrish Sr. signed.
Yes, Your Honor.
He acknowledged paternity.
Yes.
I am the legal father. You have this in writing, this is his signature.
Yes, Your Honor.
While you were in this relationship, he's going to doctor's appointments with you, and he's excited about the baby and calling your girls his stepchildren. Is he expressing any of this excitement, Ms. Warner, Ms. Beasley, to you that I'm having a child, I believe it's mine?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you just don't believe it is.
Yes, Your Honor.
You had a shower?
I had a baby shower, yes.
Did you attend, Ms. Warner, Ms. Beasley?
No,
Were you a part of that?
I was, Your Honor.
You did?
I did go, because of Parrish. Parrish was alive then. That was his baby. But to me, that's not his job. And he loved the baby, Your Honor, but the baby doesn't look like him. He doesn't act like him, his forehead's not, there's nothing about him to tell me that that is my grandson. The baby,
My son looks,
no, he doesn't.
around his eyes, he looks just like he looks like his grandpa.
No, that's not his grandpa. His grandpa ain't never did nothing for Parrish. I don't know what, no,
That's what y'all say.
Since
My son has been born.
I raised Parrish.
Since my son has been born, the whole time I was with Parrish in a relationship, he's been the one that's been around. I invited them to my son's first birthday party. They didn't show up.
That's not my son. That's why I didn't show
If
up.
y'all felt this way about my son, why did y'all?
Because I love Parrish so much. I love Parrish.
His father was.
I love Parrish and I love it. Parrish is no longer here. He's no longer here now.
But if y'all
I
felt
can
this is
defend
not
that.
his
I can
son,
defend that.
why didn't you say something when he was alive or when my son was born?
Because I wasn't gonna hurt Parrish. Parrish wanted the baby so
They've
bad.
never been around.
So wait, what I'm trying to understand from the situation, Ms. Warner, is all this time, even when the baby was there, did you have doubts about
Yes, Your Honor.
paternity
And
as
I
you were
wasn't
there?
gonna say anything with
You just didn't want to upset Parrish.
No, I did not want to come between Parrish and that baby. But now Parrish is no longer, I can say my piece now.
And the real truth is, you were his grandmother, but you raised him. He was really like a son to you.
Your Honor, his mother died, and I'm the only person was there for Parrish. That's why I just couldn't hurt him because of this baby. He didn't have a family. His dad over there didn't ever come out. Yeah,
Come on now, with never.
well,
Come on
it
now.
seemed like never.
Come on now.
It seemed like
You know
never.
what, that's why they helped me and you got a better relationship than y'all did.
Because he don't live with you.
All right, let's get some order. Let's get some order. In your court papers, Ms. Bruder, you say that his family didn't even tell you when he passed away. Is that true?
Yes. I got a phone call from one of my friends that seen it on Facebook. They had just found out that morning too. But you would think me and
What was I agreeing with? That was my son. I didn't have
one of
time to
my
call
friends
nobody.
seen it on
Rochelle, you
Facebook
have
and
to
called me.
understand
They didn't even call his father and let his own father know.
They found it out, excuse me, Your Honor. They found it out on Facebook.
Someone else called the coroner's office. They released all of his information. So when I'm looking at Facebook like 5 o'clock in the morning going to work, I see it. I call my grandmother. Grandma, have you heard anything about Parrish? I had just talked to Parrish the Friday that he died at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
They weren't in a relationship at the time.
And
They
how?
were together.
I still have his son.
Well, but you guys,
We don't have to
I was
be together
at the time.
For me to know, I'm still stuck having to raise our son by myself.
Well, that's still here. I
Our grandson. You know that he said this was his son, and he loved him very much.
And that's why she's here
What if
today.
you want his son to go?
She used to have some dude come over to the house, whose hair she was always doing, never got paid for it, Paris didn't like that, but he called my grandmother and clearly stated to her, he's told me plenty of times that Rochelle was broken, that she was tainted, and that's why he had to get out of the situation.
So when you talked to Parrish this morning, he was saying he needed to get out of the
He
situation?
was saying she's broken, Grandma, I cannot fix her. He says, she's crazy, Grandma, this guy keeps coming over there and doing her hair, and she's not even getting paid for doing his hair.
So a man would just come over to the house and get his hair done.
Right, and she wouldn't even accept any money. This is what he told me out of his mouth, Your Honor. This is
So he was intimating that he maybe thought she was cheating with this guy?
Yeah, he come home and the guy was there. And
Who is this guy? I don't know. You just had a guy over to the house doing his hair?
First of all, I have a degree in cosmetology, so I do hair. When me and Paris first got together, there's a guy I've known for years, and he's my brother's friend. I've been doing his hair for years. It happened one time I was doing his hair. Paris came home, he got mad about it. I stopped doing his hair. He never came back over again and did his hair.
And then, Your Honor, there was also times when Paris would call my grandmother that Rochelle wasn't picking him up from work. He was late to picking her up, and she couldn't explain to him on why all that was happening. There was times when she kicked Parrish out. She came to my grandmother's house. She had to give him money to stay at a hotel room.
Your Honor, the only time he was staying at a hotel was after he was gone out of my house. The girlfriend he had after me, they lived in a hotel. When he was living with me, we lived together. We had a house.
Your Honor,
My
you put
house.
him out.
I put him out because he was not making the right choices. So I had to make a choice to protect my children and put them first. And if you are grown, you need to be a man and do what you need to do. And he wasn't doing that, so I had to make a choice. I put him out. We still were talking, but he knew in order for him to come back home.
You wouldn't even let him bring him over to my house, Michelle, so we can.
And why?
I don't know why.
You watched my son one time. We trusted you with my son when he was like 2 or 3 months.
What is going?
She did not feed my son all night.
Diane, Albania, get a little something, something. Lay her down, it is different. Wake up fully charged. And power up with 760 horsepower. And step up with value that goes the distance. And Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Unisex, at Ollie, we get it. That's why we made new vitamin-infused body washes, scientifically formulated to repair your skin barrier, and fragrances creatively shift your vibe. Care for your skin, for your mood, for all of you.
We trusted you with my son when he was like 2 or 3 months.
What is going?
She did not feed my son all night.
No, that didn't go like that. Don't
She
say
brought
that.
him home in the car seat without him being strapped in.
You are, no.
The female was over the car seat and the car seat was turned backwards.
Your
And Paris was even acting. He said
I can tell you that.
he would never let her keep our son.
No, what happened was,
That wasn't, I'll tell you
Pick
what
up the
happened.
phone on his own.
What happened?
my grandmother was under the impression that baby Parrish was on breast milk.
I'm a great grandmother. I'm not, so I didn't know this up-to-date stuff. And they brought him a bottle, they told me to feed him, and I left, he wouldn't take the bottle, I left it out. I tried to call them all night long, I was paging them, nobody would answer the phone.
She didn't call my phone, she called him.
And I took him over to the house, they didn't wanna come to the door. I was panicking because I wasn't used to keeping little babies, and that was it.
And when you were trying to give him the milk, he didn't want to take it.
Right, and then.
So you thought it was because he wanted
Yes,
his mother,
Yes,
you,
Mother.
okay.
Okay, I have a question on Rochelle. If it comes back and that is his, is my grandma even gonna be able to see the baby?
You can't.
You act so funny. You act so funny.
I'm so funny, but
You act so funny with.
why were y'all
I wasn't there because my 1-year-old was sick.
I
That's why.
invited you
And I
to his
talked to you.
birthday,
And what did I
and you
say?
didn't show up.
And what
So
did I
how
say?
are you guys
So I'm
gonna
gonna
say
say another
that I
day.
don't invite you guys?
I'm done.
Did
I
you
did.
guys ever come to my house to see them? You came a couple times.
No, I didn't. I have my own kids. Let's get care about it. But I have my own. So, no, I didn't have.
I have mine.
Okay.
I have my own kids. I
My
still
grandma.
packed up
My grandma
with
cared
her
about
out.
him. Parents care about him. I'm asking for him.
She has came to my house
Yes.
to see my son. Like maybe 3 times, 4. Every time they have seen my son, Me and Parrish packed all the kids up and we had to go to their house. After my son was born, my family was at the house all the time, coming to see the baby to the point where we're like, oh my God, go home so we get some rest. He was mad because he felt they were not embracing the fact that he finally did have a kid.
And I can see that that hurts you because you remember that it hurt him.
He was like, you know, I thought I couldn't have kids for all these years. Now I have this son, and they're not embracing it. However they feel about me, feel how you feel about me. But them trying to keep the ashes from my son, if my son is entitled to
I don't even have that.
anything that he should be entitled to,
Your Honor,
they're not, when they keep my stuff, it's not hurting me.
Ms. Brewer, they were clear, they think you are just interested in the money.
The money doesn't come to me. The money will go in an account in a trust fund for my son. It doesn't come to me.
Okay, I'd like to hear from you, witness, at this time. Sir, would you please stand up at the podium?
Yes, ma'am.
State your name for the court.
My name is Claiborne Harvey Jr.
And Mr. Harvey, you are,
Parrish's father and Harris Jr.'s grandfather.
and what would you like to add to this situation?
All I want to say, first of all, is we're not here to assassinate each other's character. And I will admit that I was not there as much as I could have been for Parrish.
Okay, look.
You know,
Right.
but that just ain't nothing about the part where I tried to get custody of my son Parrish when he was a baby, when his mama was out in the streets doing things that she wasn't supposed to be doing.
Okay, don't even go there.
I'm not going there, I'm just saying. I'm trying to get custody. I'm trying to get custody. I'm trying to get custody.
Don't talk to them. Don't go
You
there.
know I love their daughters. I only go to that fake crocodile.
Don't go there.
Them fake crocodile. You know, what I'm telling you.
I need you to break it down. I know this is an emotional time. I know it.
I'd like for you, Mr. Harvey, to testify as to why you are so certain that Parrish Jr. is in fact your son's son.
He was proud of his son. He told me that was his son. The boy got a little bit of me in him. He looks like me.
Your Honor, we just want to make sure that little Parrish is Parrish's.
And to be clear, your doubt is rooted in him possibly being sterile.
And then it's just, he just looks nothing like him, like.
And the lack
And
of
I
family
used to joke-
resemblance.
Yeah, and I always used to joke with Parrish, like, no, he's too cute to be your baby. Like, me and him always joked around like that.
You know, I still love my son, even though he's not here. I love him to death. We shouldn't even been here. That's his son.
He would not have wanted this. That's why she never said nothing while he was alive, because he told everyone, this is his son. If it wasn't for him, my son would not have been named Parrish. He was adamant about him being named Parrish Jr.
He should be. He's
So
thinking it's his firstborn.
deny him. There's no reason for you guys to. You guys have no legitimate reason.
Yes, of course. Yes, it
And then it just goes to, like, you low-key manipulated him with the baby. And then it goes to
He's
that.
a grown man. There's no way I
You
could
did.
manipulate
You
him.
did.
Okay.
You did.
The only way to move forward, I think, is to get the results. Jerome, may I be a little clear? Before I read the result, I just want to be clear that in order to determine if Parrish Brooks Jr. is the child of Parrish Brooks Sr., the deceased, we perform a grandparentage DNA test. We fortunately had Claiborne Harvey's DNA. The results will determine if there is a viable relationship between the child, Parrish Brooks Jr., and the grandfather, Claiborne Harvey. Are we clear about that? Okay. In the case of Brugger versus Warner, when it comes to 1-year-old Parrish Brooks Jr., it has been determined by this court, Mr. Harvey is related to Parrish Brooks Jr., therefore Parrish Brooks Sr. is also related to Parrish Brooks.
How would it follow?
Something we already knew.
How's it going to?
Something we already knew.
Well, now I'm sure.
You have no reason to be.
I'm sure.
And for this child's sake, let's start new. The truth is always a great starting point. And even though you knew it, Ms. Kruger, and even though you felt like you knew it, Mr. Harvey, without a doubt, the point is they didn't have that clarity.
No.
And you can blame them for it for the rest of the child's life and affect the child's life, or you can forgive them and move on from it so that you all can positively affect the child's life. Do you get it?
Mr. Hunt, you petitioned the court for a paternity test to prove that you are not the father of Miss Tinsley's 3-year-old daughter, Josiah. You say that she's a gold digger and that your relationship with her was purely sexual. Furthermore, you claim that the defendant has defamed your character and she is claiming you are the father of her baby only because you are a successful rapper in your home.
Yes.
Not at all,
Yes.
not at all, not at all. Now, Miss Tinsley, you state that you could care less about Mr. Hunt's rap career or his money, and your only concern is that your daughter grows up with a father.
Yes, ma'am.
You admit that you were confident another man was her father until a previous DNA test proved otherwise. But now there is no question in your mind that Mr. Hunt is your daughter's biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
All right, now, Mr. Hunt, why would Miss Tinsley claim you are her baby's father if you are so sure you're not?
Yana, I'm more in my city where I'm like the hottest rapper around, not to be sounding cocky or too hardcore, but I'm on radios, I do shows, many major acts come to the city. I'm doing my thing. She's a groupie. She's got nothing going for herself. She's dead broke. She's coming at me for looking at dollar signs. She see dollar signs. She see dollar signs.
Wait a minute now. Obviously, you all met and liked each other at least for one night. So let's hear about that.
No.
Let's hear about that. How did you all meet?
On MySpace a long time ago, a while ago, and then we originally met in person, like in 08.
No, that's not how it happened. I found out about this. I met her, a few years back, but I only hooked up with her one time.
That's a lie. We had sex several times.
One time.
We had sex several times, actually, Your Honor.
There's several other guys. What about them?
I'm single. I don't got no man. I ain't married.
Now, this was just a one-night stand kind of
Jump
thing?
off, Yana. She's a groupie. That's what
I'm a jump off. I'm a groupie, though. I'm a groupie all of a sudden.
I found out about this chick when she came to me about the baby. I found out about it on Facebook over my mother.
That's a lie, Your
I
Honor.
was on the internet. I was scrolling down the news feed. I seen it on the internet that she put my picture. She took my picture.
After he put that
Put it next to her daughter and put "You are the father." This is on the internet, Yana.
So, wait a minute. So, you tell me I sure
This is
did.
3 years later too. Now let me get this right.
Okay, so what?
I've been there, top straight and everything. This is 3 years later now.
Because I thought another man was her dad. And I texted him and he came back negative. Okay, even next possibility because I was messing with you around the time I got pregnant.
On your own time. Lysol knows little hands deserve big protection. That's why we're continuing to donate science kits to schools in need and helping protect classrooms by killing 99.9% of germs, keeping kids hands-on and here.
You don't have to make feet contact to pay for your trip. Just use kayak. Flights to Europe are cheaper this summer.
Really? Slightly cheaper this summer with kayak.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
No, this.
Yes.
Let's recap this. You claim you had a one-night stand with Miss Tinsley.
Yes.
Miss Tinsley, you contend you had sex more than one time.
Yes, ma'am, we sure did.
It was a sexual relationship that was ongoing?
No, it was like over a couple of months period.
But what you also admit to is that you were having sex with someone else
during that very same time. I was single, and I was kind of doing me, but if I was so much of a slut, I would have 5, 6, 7 kids by 7 different men. I got 2 children by 2 different men. So miss me what you talking about.
I'm not one of the men.
Miss Tinsley, you tested one man
Yes, ma'am.
that you thought was your child's father. Because that was your boyfriend at the time.
No, not at the time. It was just my ex-boyfriend. We were still kind of messing around.
All right, so to go back to the ex contact.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, he turned out not to be the father.
Yes, ma'am. And then, prior to him, before the blood test came back, I told Jamarcus, I said, Jamarcus, if the blood test come back negative with my ex-boyfriend, you the next possibility. Cool, everything's cool. Then people start finding out what was going on. Then that's when he thought he's a big rapper, which he ain't making no noise. You local, you're not even on. I'm in Atlanta with you.
Hold on 1 second. How did everybody start finding out about it?
I ain't gonna lie, I went from raiding around the whole city, but I told a few of my friends I sure did that I
Yana,
would
she
keep it
waited
real with
3 years, Yana. I went to jail for 2 years. She waited 3 years. She waited till after I had a buzz in my city. I'm on the radio. I'm opening for major acts. And then she came to me with this baby. Talking that she tried to put a baby on me after she seen that I'm doing things. That I'm moving places. I'm going around. This is what it is.
So let me ask you this, because
3 years later, then.
he's saying,
because I thought my ex-boyfriend was a daddy.
Why'd you wait 3 years after you see that I'm doing things, though? Why didn't you write me when I was in jail, visit me, and bring me to the jail?
Put it on God.
You can't.
Where's your letters at?
Where's your letters at?
I wrote him when he was in jail. I wrote him
I never got any letters or anything, y'all.
Don't lie.
wait a minute. You said your ex-boyfriend is the person you thought was the father. When did you get the DNA test from him? How soon after the
A couple
baby?
of years later when we got into it, he demanded a test, so I got it. And then it came back negative. But he still loved my daughter. He was still happy with my daughter. Still to this day, I can call him and send him some money, Western Union, if I need.
So, but now, Mr. Hunt, clearly you understand the answer now as to why she was a tad bit
Yana,
hurried
she's a
on the
groupie.
request.
Yana, she's showing up at, I told you I opened for major acts. She's showing up at the club with this baby on her arm, Yana.
That's a lie.
She's showing up at the club with this baby on her arm, Yana. I've never seen this in my life, Yana.
Let's get to it. I want to hear this from Mr. Hunt. Mr. Hunt, she came to the club with the baby?
Yana, I kid you not. She came to the club with the baby on her arm yelling, "You are the father, this is your baby. Why aren't you taking care of your baby? You're a deadbeat daddy."
I cannot believe what I'm hearing.
So that didn't happen. Miss Emily, you never.
I never had my baby.
Yana,